I want to make this video about bad business ideas. A lot of times people think the answer to their problem is to form a business, make some money, and become the American dream. And I would say for the most part that is true. But there's a lot of reasons that people just don't make it in the business world. And that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Not saying I'm rich, not saying I'm the ultimate achiever or anything like that. What I'm trying to impart in this video is that there's a logic or system of thought that every hustler or businessman must contemplate when trying to start a business. For the most part, most people don't consider how much money they actually have. Now, if you have a limited bank account, a limited amount of money from your job or whatever, you have to consider that when forming an idea about what you want to do as a business, product, or service. If you don't have a lot of money, certain things are off limits automatically. The same can be said for if a person doesn't have a team of accomplices or people willing to help you act out the business. If you don't have money to pay a team, don't pick an idea that requires multiple people. Pick something that requires just you and the resources that you do have. Another thing that people do when forming a business strategy is they don't actually contemplate how much time it actually takes. Forming a business can be a lifelong thing. It can be a short-term thing, but most definitely it will not happen in one day. The average business doesn't reach its peak threshold for making money until about 1 month, 1 month or 1 year. At a minimum 1 month, but that won't happen for most people. That really won't happen for most people at all. So patience is key to trying to start a hustle, a product, a service, or a business as well. Like I said, the first thing was you have to consider how much resources you actually have when developing a product and distributing the product. If you don't have a lot of the money to make a product, don't pick ideas and things that require a lot of detail or a lot of finesse or a lot of um, opulence. Pick simple stuff, simple ideas or whatever. And so another thing that happens when people form a business idea, they don't really consider how long the actual production of whatever you're selling actually takes. Once again, patience is key to understanding how to distribute something, because if you pick something that takes a long time, it'll be harder to sell more units or whatever. So now after that, I would say that most people fail because they're not realistic about what they want to sell or what they want to do. If you pick a mainstream business like food, or a mainstream business like clothing, or a mainstream business like transportation, the chances of failure are minimal. And these are ideal businesses for people who just want to make it and don't want to fail at all. If you pick extravagant ideas like maybe a new type of beverage or a gadget or invention or something like that, the chances of making it are very slim, and the competition is great on those ideas. So I would say that each entrepreneur, each hustler who wants to make money needs to consider that you don't have the assets or resources that giant companies do. You have a lot of competition out there. So you have to pick safer ideas in order to ensure that you will actually make any money. Now, I personally have picked safe ideas throughout my journey of trying to make money and trying to hustle, and they have worked out better than things that are really new. Uh, a secret that I will inform everyone of is that most people don't actually like super new stuff. They like familiar concepts with a new spin on them. They don't like hyper new or something alien to the senses totally. And your customer or consumer is the one who you must consider when trying to make a product, because a lot of the times, if they can't identify a product within a matter of seconds, they won't even take an interest in it. So that being said, that is a little snippet about um, a few tips about what to contemplate when trying to start a business if you don't want to fail. In other words, this is my mini lecture on what makes a bad business.